Welcome back to Olean as we are getting set for second period action between the Buffalo State Bengals and the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. 2-2 is our score after 20 minutes of play. Bonnies scoring first, but the Bengals quickly answering. Buff State then took a 2-1 lead on a power play goal, but St. Bonaventure answered with their own power play goal with less than a minute to go in the period, and we've got ourselves a 2-2 hockey game. Coverage of Buffalo State Club hockey is brought to you by Town Auto. For over 50 years, a proud member of the Western New York community, putting customers' needs first and helping them find the right car at the right price. The dealerships of Town Auto make buying a car easy, whether online, over the phone, or in store. We love our town. We're underway here in the second period of play as Bonaventure sends it into the Buff State zone. Forecheck pressure being put on by Kernitz, banks it off the boards to Mago. Now Mago cycles it back down low. Johnson unable to handle that one though as it bounced over his stick. That gives Ryan Hahn a chance to get it out of the zone, and then it ends up being deflected into the St. Bonaventure bench by number 9 Elliott Hunt, and that will force a face-off back down inside Buff State territory with 28 seconds gone here in the second period. Supporters also include the law offices of Nicholas J. Narchis, an advocate for Western New Yorkers with blue-collar roots, providing efficient and cost-effective representation from offices in Lockport and Geneseo. NarchisLaw.com. Drop pass to Sardina in the slot. Backhand shot saved by the goaltender Filipowicz. Loose puck now below the goal line. Elliott Hunt finding possession of it there. Feeds that pass in front. Goes off the skate of Sardina. Then Alex Hussey jumps in from his point position to keep the play moving. Clearing attempt goes up and out of play by St. Bonaventure, and that's going to force a stoppage here with 19:08 to go in the second period. The Bonaventure player playing it into the protective netting above the glass, so St. Bonaventure unable to change here. Bengals getting a fresh unit out there as they come away with the possession of the draw. Gallivan dumping a backhand down low. Guerrera's there, putting some pressure on that player there. Gets it along to Gallivan. Now Gallivan in the far corner. Banks it off the boards to Glasgow, but Jackson takes it away from him and starts the breakout up the far side. Loose puck in the neutral zone, dumped in by Mego. As Adam Brennan sends a pass into the neutral zone, and Mike Guerrera has some room to maneuver. Drops a pass to Glasgow. Glasgow looking for a lane, gets a 3-of-1 defender, feeds a backhand pass in front. Just went too far for Guerrera, and then Gallivan was too far off to the side to have an angle. Shot taken from the point as Kelly walked in from that left point position. Let a hard snapshot go, but Filipowicz making the save, hanging on with the glove, and forcing another stoppage in play with 18:29 left in the second period. Faceoff will be coming up to Filipowicz's right. It's going to be Rappa and Rupert on for this draw. St. Bonaventure winning the draw, but that pass doesn't connect all the way back down into Buffalo State territory. And icing is the call, as there's a bit of a foot race there for the hash marks. The Bona faithful and the St. Bonaventure bench thinking that number 16, Jake Spina, actually beat Brennan to the hash marks. Officials seeing it differently, and icing call is made. Faceoff will come back into St. Bonaventure territory. Face-off now to the left of the goaltender Filipowicz. Bengals win the draw. Schultz takes a soft shot there from the hash marks, goes quickly in on net. Filipowicz just covers that one up and forces another face-off right at that same dot to his left. Buffalo State Club hockey also supported by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Puck comes out to the point now. Bengals get it into the neutral zone. Schultz with speed gets it up to Rupert just inside the blue line. Rupert letting a shot go. That one goes high just over the crossbar. That gives St. Bonaventure a chance to clear this one, but it comes just to the blue line where Rupert keeping that one in. Actually, that was Cole Newman making that play there just inside the blue line. Now it comes to Kelly at the far point. Shot in on goal. Deflection opportunity as Cole Newman doing what he does so well, camping out in front and getting a good piece of that shot coming in, changing directions of it, and making things difficult for the goaltender in front. Loose puck comes out to Rupert. Rupert circles the net, stops and changes directions. Now goes back around the other side of the net. Tries for a quick wraparound attempt. Had a little bit of a shooting lane there from just to the doorstep. Couldn't get it past the goaltender, though. He's got control of the puck again, sending it down low. Anton Rupert doing some good work here on this shift. Basically creating a one-man forecheck for this line. Back to the point, slap shot taken, rolling puck. That one changed directions on its way in as well. Kelly keeping the pressure on, sending it down low to Schultz. Schultz now trying to get it in from behind the net. He's got Fitzpatrick on him, and it comes out. O'Brien taking it away. O'Brien's soft pass through the neutral zone goes too far for any of the Bonnie's players that were out there. St. Bonaventure, though, getting a needed change in as Kelly feeds a pass up to Brennan. Brennan deflecting it on into the offensive zone. Elliott Hunt quickly on the forecheck there. Jones bodies him off of the puck in that far corner. Bonaventure then clearing the zone, but it's going to be Jeff Hyde at the Buff State blue line. Hyde to Ryan Hahn. Hahn's pass is deflected, and now Hyde will have to make a play. Comes dangerously in front of the Buff State net. But Hahn recovering and getting the pass out to Elliott Hunt. Hahn again with the puck on his stick. He has a lane up the near boards, taking it into the offensive zone, looking for a pass, feeds it in front. Sardina was there, just couldn't get that redirection shot in on goal. Bonaventure now with the chance through the neutral zone. Right inside the Buff State blue line. Bona has to clear the zone. They might have had numbers developing there, but just couldn't get it developing in the proper way. Cross ice pass goes from Hyde to Hahn and then on into the Bengals offensive zone as it goes off the skate of Elliott Hunt, then Hunt's in on the forecheck. Hunt gaining possession there, feeds it off the boards, comes back to the point. Hyde keeping it in, feeds that one down low as the Bengals keeping that high-low game going here. Joe Tempio finding a loose puck. He spins and fires a pass in front of the net. No Bengals there, though. That gives a chance for St. Bonaventure to bring it back into the offensive zone. Juhas now going wide. He tries a wraparound attempt. That one goes through the crease and comes out the other side, but the St. Bonaventure player unable to get there to have an opportunity from the doorstep. Buff State getting the puck out of their zone, gets it up to Gallivan. Gallivan bringing it in with speed. Backhand shot saved by Filipowicz. Bengals with the pressure on, though, still, as it's going to be Glasgow putting a little bit of heat on the defenseman down there. Behind the net, it's O'Donohue. O'Donohue banks it off the boards. Bengals keep it in. It's a good play there by Glasgow, forcing his man off the puck. Back in behind the net. Now St. Bonaventure with another chance to break it out. Stutz has his pass intercepted, but it's back on his stick now, and he feeds it out into the neutral zone. He's got Werner. Werner gets it up to Marsh, and Marsh into the offensive zone. Shot in on goal. Like he had A.J. White leaning in the opposite direction, but White still managed to make the save and keep this one a 2-2 game with 14:35 to go in the second period. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Sam Tchaikovsky dumping it in. And Ryan Kelly picks it up, sends a hard pass off the boards and into the neutral zone where John Glasgow tips it into the offensive zone. 14-17 now remaining in the second period as Guerrera forces a turnover in behind the net. His pass doesn't connect. Bengals keep it in the zone, though, but it looks like they're going to have an offensive zone penalty taken here as Cole Newman ran into his man away from the puck. And a tripping call is made on the play. Newman doesn't agree with it, but he heads to the box nonetheless. And with 14:07 remaining in the second, St. Bonaventure getting another chance on the power play. They converted on their last chance on the power play, that one coming right before the end of the first period. They scored with under 10 seconds to go on that power play opportunity. So the Bengals with a little bit of work to do here on the penalty kill. And it's going to be Rupert along with Hunt on killing the penalty here. As St. Bonaventure finds possession off the draw, that shot taken by Rappa goes wide. Bona, though, finding possession again. Comes out to the near point, kept in by Jones. Gets it along to Spina. His shot hits the skate and goes wide. Fitzpatrick, though, quickly on it to keep it into the offensive zone. Making a play for himself there at the hash marks. Then he feeds a backhand pass down to O'Brien. O'Brien out to Spina. Spina trying to pick a corner on the near side. A.J. White was big in net there, though, making that stop pretty easily. Ryan Kelly knocks his man down, but a chance right off of that as the puck came out to O'Brien. And O'Brien's shot didn't quite get through traffic, couldn't get past White. Kelly now trying to kill some time, just pinning the puck to the boards. It comes out to Elliott Hunt. Now Hunt 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Bengals have done a good job creating offense on their penalty kills so far this year. This will not be an example of that, though, as Elliott Hunt's shot is deflected and goes harmlessly up and out of play. And we will have a stoppage in play with 1:06 remaining in the Bengals penalty, 13-13 to go in second period action. It's a 2-2 hockey game here from Olean. And our coverage is supported by Ivy Lee Pharmacy, a locally owned neighborhood pharmacy for over 60 years. Remember, if you're traveling to Canada, Ivy Lee has PCR COVID tests available with a quick 1-hour turnaround. Ivy Lee, 2446 Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore, or ivyleepharmacy.com. Bengals still killing a penalty here, exactly 1 minute to go in the penalty kill, as Kernitz doesn't have room up the far side, has to stop and send it back to the near side. Bonaventure now gaining the offensive zone. Taking it wide is Mego. Mego with some good edge work, taking it now back to the midpoint, looking for a passing lane, tries to feed it into the mid-slot area where Kernitz was, but it gets deflected off into the corner, and now Guerrero with a chance to clear. It's a 2-on-1 quickly coming for the Bengals. Guerrero up to Gallivan. Gallivan with the step, fires a shot in on goal. Probably didn't get quite as much as he wanted on that one. That 2-on-1 not quite as quick in developing as the Bengals would have liked. Good back check there by the Bonaventure player to keep that from being a clean 2-on-1. Bengals still doing a good job, though, killing this penalty. 31 seconds now remaining in the Cole Newman minor. As we still have a 2-2 hockey game here from Olean, 12:35 to go in the second period. Puck comes out into the neutral zone where Ryan Hahn finds control of it. Sends it back into the St. Bonaventure territory where the goaltender Filipowicz sets it up. Bona now starting their breakout. It's going to be Jacob Jackson feeding a long pass through the neutral zone. Stepping into that lane was Ryan Hahn, though. Got the stick on that pass and deflected it up and out of play. And we'll have another stoppage now, 12 seconds remaining in the Bengals penalty. Face-off will be right at the center ice dot. As it looks like the Bengals have a couple too many people out there. Sardina goes for a change, and Schultz goes for still too many. Too many. Gosen and Rupert on to kill this penalty, along with Brennan and Kelly. Brennan and Kelly connecting on a pass there just inside their own zone, and then ending up clearing it the length of the ice with just 3 seconds now remaining in the penalty. Cole Newman comes out of the box and intercepts a pass, comes into the offensive zone, just couldn't quite dig that puck out of his skates and get it in on goal. The puck comes out into the neutral zone now. Kelly knocking the pass away, Anton Rupert picking it up. Rupert's pass through the neutral zone, hits a skate of a St. Bonaventure player, still sitting there in the center ice circle. Comes out to Brennan. Brennan chips it past the St. Bonaventure defenseman, no icing on the play. Fitzpatrick back after it. Fitzpatrick turns and evades two different Bengals, now has some speed coming up the near wall. Looking to avoid Adam Brennan there, though. The puck got just a little bit too far out in front of him. And now Glasgow bringing it back in the offensive zone. Glasgow cuts to the middle, shoots it up top, and he beats the goaltender high glove. Johnny Glasgow with that wrist shot. He saw the top corner, and he took advantage of that lane. Bengals now up in front, 3-2. Kind of a strangely developing 3-on-2 there for the Bengals, as it looked like all of the different St. Bonaventure players were expecting Glasgow to pass. He kind of just slowed it down a little bit, cut in towards the center of the ice, and found himself in a great spot to let a wrist shot go. Beat the goaltender high glove, his first goal of the year, and it is a 3-2 lead for Buff State now. Puck sent into the offensive zone. Bengals looking to put pressure on, coming right out of that goal. Puck comes to the far point. Hahn unable to maintain it in the zone. He's got some help from Guerrera. Guerrera sends it back into the St. Bonaventure territory, and now the Bonnies looking to break it out. D-to-D pass. Now Fitzpatrick flips it high into the neutral zone. Kicked there by Guerrera. Guerrera now looking to find possession of that puck as it comes out to off the skate of Newman. And then Ryan Hahn back inside of his own zone looking to start it up. Finds Newman on the near boards. Newman steps around the defenseman, just too far to reach it though. And St. Bonaventure able to get it out into the center ice area. Bringing it into the offensive zone now is TJ Wall. Wall some stick handling there to get himself free. Couldn't get that shot loose though. And now the Bengals with possession and speed up the near boards. Guerrera taking into the offensive zone. Got two men on him. Manages to get away from him. Now St. Bonaventure back in the other direction. It's going to be Juhas. Connor Juhas has a man on him. Ryan Kelly drives him off the puck, allowing Brett Sardina to pick it up. Sardina changing directions, sending a pass off the glass here on the near boards. Good play by the defenseman Radler to keep it in. Bengals, though, refined possession. Gallivan breaking it out. Gallivan gets it just over the red line and dumps it in, goes off a skate though, and now a loose puck picked up by Sardina. Sardina stopping, changing directions, avoiding a couple different Bona players, feeds that pass in front, just couldn't quite find Lotempio, who was streaking in, looking for a chance there in the mid-slot. Puck comes out to Lotempio just inside the blue line, lets that shot go as it rolls just wide of the post. Bengals now with some more pressure on here in the offensive zone. O'Donohue tries to clear it out, can't get it past Kelly. Kelly keeps the play moving and gets it to Lotempio. Captain Joe unable to maintain the blue line though, and it's back out into neutral ice as Adam Brennan sets it up. Brennan and Lotempio playing catch with it there as Brennan banks it off the boards behind the net. Now Lotempio has to battle two different men for the loose puck there on the far side. Stutz keeping it in for St. Bonaventure. His shot goes wide, and now a loose puck along the near boards right at the hash mark. Backhand shot goes wide, and Kelly backhands it himself out into the neutral zone, and O'Donohue has to pick it up there. Bonaventure countering. Good cross-ice pass right on the tape, but a quick stick in there by Ryan Kelly, keeping that shot by Anthony Klotz from getting in on goal. Deflected up and out of play. So with 8:59 remaining here in the second period, we're going to have a face-off coming up inside the Buff State zone, but the Bengals are now leading this one by a score of 3-2. Face-off in the Bengals zone is cleared out of the Buff State territory, but Jackson picking it up just inside the St. Bonaventure blue line. Spina avoiding a hit in the neutral zone. O'Brien taking it in over the blue line. His shot goes well wide. That gives the Bengals a chance to try to clear it, but they're unable to do so. Now it's in behind the net where Jeff Hyde takes a hit. Puck comes off the backboards. Anton Rupert picking it up there, finding a lane to try to carry it out. Gets taken off of his stick there. And now St. Bonaventure looking to develop something. Rupert finding control of the loose puck, gets it up to Schultz. Schultz with a backhand pass to Cole Newman in center ice. And the Bengals finally eventually get it into the St. Bonaventure zone, but Bona quickly coming back in the other direction. Into the offensive zone, it's Jackson. Cross-ice pass, shot taken in on goal. White with the save. Puck is scrambled there just to the side of the net. And it looks like a St. Bonaventure player got taken down in front, and it's going to be another penalty coming up. And I think, again, it's going to Cole Newman as a cross-check is indicated. Newman looking at the ref and expressing his displeasure with the call. But again, it's going to be number 29, Cole Newman, heading to the box and giving the Bonnies a chance in the power play with exactly 8 minutes remaining here in the second period. 3-2 is the Buff State lead. And a couple of personnel changes going on here for Buff State. Hyde coming onto the ice, Kelly coming off. It's going to be Hyde and Hahn on defense with Gallivan and Guerrera up front, killing this penalty for Buff State. Guerrera tries to get it out of the zone on the near boards, can't get it past the defenseman as Jackson sends it back down low. Mego finds it there on the far hash mark. Gets it to Stutz. Stutz back to Mego. Mego looking for a cross-ice pass. He had Jackson breaking in from the far point. Just couldn't quite connect on that play cleanly. And then the puck ends up getting flipped up into the air and into the catching glove of A.J. White. We'll have a face-off coming up with 1:40 remaining in the Bengals penalty. Face-off is to the blocker side of A.J. White. Bonaventure winning the draw cleanly. Jackson gets it across to Stutz. Shot taken by Mego, sitting right in front. Rebound cleared out of danger by Ryan Hahn. Back to the point. Bonaventure still setting up their power play. Cross-ice pass hits a skate, and that gives Guerrera a chance to clear the zone. Now 1:22 left in the Buff State penalty. David Stutz looking to start the breakout. He gets tangled up with Guerrera there. Both of them look at the official. And coming in to pick up the puck is going to be Jack Kernitz. Kernitz tries to get around Guerrera, but Guerrera lays a hip into him, knocking him off the puck and down to the ice. Bengals then had possession there briefly, but the puck jumped over Ryan Hahn's stick, and that allows St. Bonaventure to set up their power play again. Back to the point, shot taken by Fitzpatrick. Looks like it just handcuffed A.J. White, finds a spot in the top of the net. It's now a 3-3 hockey game as St. Bonaventure gets another power play goal to tie things up here in the second. A.J. White just shaking his head there in net, smacks his stick on the ice. You can tell that he's frustrated with himself. That's a goal that he knows he shouldn't let up. It was kind of a soft shot from the point that just think he misplayed a little bit. And somehow it got past him, got into the net. And it's made this one a 3-3 hockey game. We're back to exactly where we started with 6:53 left to go in the second period. 3-3 between Buff State and St. Bonaventure in a battle for the top spot early on here in the standings in the UNY CHL West Division. Adam Brennan with the puck along his own goal line. Stick handles away from a couple of different Bonaventure players. Unable to clear the zone now as Jones keeps it in. Bouncing puck in front of the Buff State net. Sardina finding control of it there and looking for a long pass into the neutral zone. But that one is intercepted, then dumped into the Buff State zone, but up and over the glass and out of play. So another face-off will be coming up. See exactly where they have the draw here. And maybe center ice. Yeah, just in the neutral zone, right in front of our broadcast position. 6:25 to go in the second period. It's a 3-3 hockey game from the William O. Smith Recreation Center in Olean, New York. Elliott Hunt finding control right off the faceoff, carrying it into the offensive zone, coming in on his backhand. Good defensive play by O'Donohue. Hunt finding control of that puck again, though. He circles just inside the blue line there and keeps the puck moving in the offensive end. Sardina finding control of it, cuts towards the middle, gets taken out by two different men there on that play. It's going to be a penalty coming up eventually. Looked like they could have called a hold initially as the one player grabbed a hold of Sardina's shoulder to keep him from getting to the front of the net. It was the second player that then came in and cleaned him out. O'Donohue picking up the penalty, shaking his head, disagreeing with the call, but he heads to the penalty box, and now Buff State with a chance on the power play with 6:03 to go. Here in the second period, it is a tie game, 3-3. St. Bonaventure getting the call here going against them. It is a charging penalty against number 22, David O'Donohue. So Bengals with the offensive zone draw here for the power play. Gallivan getting tied up, unable to find control of that puck right off the draw. That gives St. Bonaventure a chance to clear it the length of the ice. And A.J. White sets it up behind the net for Sardina. Sardina up to Rupert. Rupert's got a man on him, gets him off the puck in the neutral zone. Good defensive play there by Tchaikovsky, knocking his man off the puck, giving St. Bonaventure another chance to clear it. Minute 34 now remaining in the Bengals man advantage. Guerrera in behind his own net. Cross ice pass, he's got Rupert. Rupert gets it out into the neutral zone, now with some speed. Across the blue line, takes a slash there from Tchaikovsky, but keeps control of the puck. And it comes out to Gallivan. Gallivan back to the point to Sardina. Sardina walks it across the blue line, gives it back to Gallivan. Gallivan's shot, unable to get as much on it as he would have liked there. It looked like a defenseman just got his stick in there in time to keep that shot from having a lot on it, but the Bengals have possession of it with Guerrera at the point. Gets it across to Rupert. Rupert cross-ice pass. Good defensive play to get the sticks in the lane there, as it was Rupert looking for Guerrera cross-ice. Bouncing puck now in behind the net. St. Bonaventure with a chance to clear. They can't get it past Schultz, though. Second attempt is successful in clearing the puck, and it's back down into Buff State territory with 40 seconds remaining in the Bengals power play. Both teams making changes as Guerrera retrieves the puck behind his own net and carries the puck out in front and then into the neutral zone. Gets it up to Elliott Hunt. Puck in a couple of players' skates, though. Comes out to Guerrera. Guerrera with control of it in the offensive zone. Feeds it in front. Hunt there with a backhand shot in on goal. Filipowicz making the save. Puck comes out to the corner. Hunt finding possession there. Feeds it in behind the net to Lotempio. Quick give-and-go play. Almost connecting there, as it was Hunt and Lotempio looking to make that play happen. That shot just didn't quite get in on net from Elliott Hunt. Puck in the neutral zone. Hunt has to evade two different Bonaventure players. The second one gets him off of it, and the penalty to St. Bonaventure has expired as Ryan Kelly chases it down in his own zone. Puck comes out to the neutral zone as a Bonaventure player gets taken down. No call on that play. 2-on-1 developing here. Cross-ice pass doesn't get through the defenseman, but it's sitting in front now. Quick turnaround shot from Hunt. Great pad save by Filipowicz. Another shot from the point. Gets just through traffic. Rolls just wide of the post. Joe Lotempio with two men carrying him to the ice there behind the net as the Bengals keep it moving in the offensive end. Lotempio feeds it in front. Comes out to Kelly. His shot taken. That one goes just wide. Lotempio now keeping it going there in the offensive zone. Just shrugging men off of him as he takes hit after hit but maintains possession. Kelly ripping that shot, goes up high on the goaltender. White right out in front, and finally the Bengals get it past the goaltender. It's Captain Joe getting this one. It's a 4-3 hockey game as the Bengals were just swarming in the offensive zone there, and eventually Captain Joe got that loose puck in front of the net and buried that one, making this a 4-3 hockey game. 3:10 now remaining in the second period of play, and so far this one has lived up to the billing coming in. We expected a great matchup of two teams that had gotten off to great starts here in the early part of the season, looking for that upper hand in the UNY CHL West Division. It's been a great back and forth affair. Bonaventure getting the game's first goal. Buff State then coming back and tying it, then taking a 2-1 lead. And it's gone back and forth as we continue here in the second period. Gosen carries it into the offensive zone, feeds a pass back into the high slot, gets intercepted. Now St. Bonaventure countering, it's Mego. Mego with a step on the defender, brings it in towards the net, tries to take a hard wrist shot, but a good save made on that play by A.J. White, as Mason Mego was looking to get his second goal of the game and fourth goal of the season, as he brought that one in on a hard rush up ice for the Bonaventure Bonnies. So it's a 4-3 hockey game. Buff State leading this one now. Just scoring a moment ago. Captain Joe Lotempio getting the go-ahead goal. 2:43 now remaining here in the second period of what has been an excellent hockey game here from Olean. Bonaventure coming out with possession off the draw. Comes back to Fitzpatrick. Cross-ice pass quickly in on net by Johnson. Blocker save made by A.J. White. Bengals now get the puck out into center ice, but Mego comes out with the loose puck and carries it back into the offensive zone before spilling to the ice and colliding hard with Guerrera. Kelly dumping it into the offensive zone for Buff State. Gallivan putting some pressure on Jones there, but Bonaventure able to clear it out of the zone, and Brennan has it along his own blue line. Good play by Kernitz to force a turnover there. He's got to wait for his man to get back on sides. Dumps it into the offensive zone. Brennan with a man on him in the far corner. Chips it away from the forechecker. Bengals, though, struggling to get it out, though, as Kernitz comes away with it. Cross-ice pass. Fitzpatrick looking to get that shot in on goal. A.J. White briefly wasn't sure where that shot was, but he did manage to locate it inside of his equipment and hang on for a whistle. 1:52 now remaining in the second period. Buff State leading this one by a 4-3 score, but it has been a very close game, razor close throughout, and I think we can expect that to be what continues throughout the action here from Olean. It's going to be Rappa and Lotempio on the draw. Lotempio wins the draw, but Bonaventure with possession of the puck. Shot taken there by Spina, goes wide, comes right out in front off the backboard, sitting in the slot, right in the crease, and A.J. White skates there briefly. Bona player unable to find it. It was a Buff State defender that cleared it out of danger. Rappa now with the counter, bringing it back into the Buff State territory. Joe Lotempio taking the puck off of his stick, and Lotempio tries to feed a pass up to Sardina. Sardina eventually gets to it here along the near boards, then flips it high into the air, into the offensive zone. O'Donohue with some time to make a decision and see what he wants to do with the breakout. Pass intercepted, though. Bengals keeping it in the offensive zone. Sardina's shot doesn't get through traffic. Lotempio now trying to find a loose puck, but it's St. Bonaventure breaking it out with Rappa. Rappa on Hahn here, as Rappa got the puck to the front of the net, but Spina couldn't find it there. Did find it on the far boards. Bengals, though, clear it out into center ice. And St. Bonaventure will have to regroup, send it back into the offensive zone. Now 48 seconds to go in this period, as the Bengals send a pass cross ice, getting it into the neutral zone, but unable to maintain possession, as an offsides call is made with 39.4 seconds remaining in the second period. And the faceoff is going to be coming just outside of the St. Bonaventure blue line here. And on for the draw, it is going to be Rupert and Kernitz. Bengals winning the draw, quickly shot into the offensive zone by Hahn. Gloved by Filipowicz, he holds it there for his defenseman. Now St. Bonaventure looking to break it out with 28 seconds in the period. Mason Mego goes cross ice to Kernitz. Kernitz gets it in over the blue line, but Kelly taking it off of his stick. Kelly then with a backhand pass into the neutral zone. And now it's going to be Rupert bringing it in with 15 seconds remaining. His shot goes just wide, but Kelly quickly on that far point to keep it in. Fires it in down low. Rupert keeps it moving with 7 seconds right out in front, and Cole Newman buries it off the quick pass. It's now a 5-3 hockey game. What a setup by Zach Schultz. Schultz got that puck behind the net and quickly fired that backhand pass in front. It was right on the tape of Cole Newman, and Newman buried it in the low corner. It's now a 5-3 hockey game. This has certainly been a wild back and forth affair, and there's been a lot of fireworks throughout. It is a 5-3 hockey game with 6 seconds to go. Both periods seeing a goal scored with under 10 seconds to go in the proceedings. Bengals with 2 seconds now trying to get one last second shot off as Rupert's attempt was blocked there just inside the blue line. Quick conversation between a couple Bengals players and a couple of Bonnies there. Official stepping in to end that conversation. And the Bengals will head to the locker room here after 40 minutes of play with a 5-3 lead. Cole Newman getting the most recent goal to make this a 2-goal lead for Buff State. It was Joe Lotempio getting the go-ahead goal just a few minutes before that. So Buff State goes to the locker room leading 5-3 in what has been a very spirited game between two of the top teams in the UNY CHL West Division. Support for Buffalo State Club Hockey comes from Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Find them online, militello.com, or over the phone, 856-2872. Our coverage also brought to you by Ivy Lee Pharmacy, a locally owned neighborhood pharmacy for over 60 years. If you're traveling to Canada, PCR COVID tests are available at Ivy Lee with a quick 1-hour turnaround. You'll find Ivy Lee at 2446 Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore or at ivyleepharmacy.com. This broadcast also brought to you by Town Auto. For over 50 years, a proud member of the Western New York community, putting customers' needs first and helping them find the right car at the right price. The dealerships of Town Auto make buying a car easy, whether online, over the phone, or in store. We love our town. Supporters also include the law offices of Nicholas J. Narchis, an advocate for Western New Yorkers with blue-collar roots, providing efficient and cost-effective representation from offices in Lockport and Geneseo, narchislaw.com. And supporters also include the Hurdle Parker Liquor Store, with everyday low prices on a great selection of wine and spirits. The Hurdle Parker Liquor Store is on the corner of Hurdle and Parker in North Buffalo. And finally, this broadcast brought to you by Envious Gameware, the official uniform supplier of Buffalo State Club Hockey, making high-end team uniforms, bags, and apparel. Find them online, enviousgameware.com. So it's a 5-3 score after 2 periods of play. The Buff State Bengals out in front in this one after what's been an entertaining 40 minutes. Can't wait to see what the last 20 brings us here from Olean. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few moments.